Today we're going to take this old computer and we're going to actually rebuild it, make it nice and clean, and put it in a new case, and you'll see how it'll turn into a gaming PC from this old decrepit PC. Here I bought this Yetion case. It's an RGB case. It's called the Blade 2101. Here's the model number. And it comes with a one LED fan, which is real fun. And we're going to open it up and put in our hardware. And here's the case in all of its glory. It's got a nice foam to keep it protected. And I'm probably going to put it back in here when I'm finished so that I can ship it out or whatever I'm going to do with it. And here is the case. And it's a very nice looking case. But if you feel it, like you'll feel that it's a little bit cheapy feeling. This fence cover on the bottom feels cheapy, but anyway, let's get into it. Okay, so here you have a glass panel here with 4 screws to take off and put it on. You got some airflow in the front right here, which is great. It feels like a lot of dust would probably get through here, but that's fine. I'm pretty sure you could fit 3 fans in the front over here. Over here you have a USB 3.0, and then you have 2 USB 2.0s. So this is a relatively legacy case, relatively. You got headphones and microphone, and then you got hard drive and power. Is that power? I don't know. And then here's the reset button, which we don't really see so much anymore, and power button. On the top you have another mesh thing, and you could put I believe you could put 2 to 3 fans in here. In the back you have a nice spot for your for ventilation for fans, and here's your I/O. And over here you have a bunch of expansion slots, which is nice, and here is a spot for your power supply. The bottom comes with these 4 stands, which is nice. They're foam on the bottom. It's got some ventilation here, as we saw before, and more ventilation here. And here is the inside of the case. Here's what you got. You got this little booklet over here. Not sure what it says exactly. User manual. So I don't know how much you need this. And inside you got a bunch of screws. You got stuff and more stuff. You got some zip ties. That's nice. Here are the headers that it has. So I'm going to show you the headers. Here is the power reset, all that stuff. USB 3.0. And USB 2.0, 2 of them, because there are 2 USB 2.0s. Oh, is it for both of them? 1 for each one? That's pretty messed up, honestly. You don't need that many. Okay, whatever. A different header for each one, that's fine. Let's take a look at. Take the cover off of this side. You'll see that there are a lot of stuff going on over here. So on the bottom over here, you have the. This is the spot for the drive, for the power supply, and then you have. Power supply goes right here. That's where it goes. Here are spots for hard drive, which is very nice. Over here is an adapter even that they include, which is cool. Why would someone need something like this? I don't know. Oh, is this the fan? This is the fan. Okay. This is the fan. Never mind. And then you got, I think you can mount some hard drives here, 2.5 SSDs here, which is really nice. But all in all, I think this case will serve us well. So after putting our I/O headers in, the plate in, the back plate, we're going to install our Gigabyte motherboard. This is actually a really cool motherboard, and we're going to put it right in. And now we're going to install the motherboard. Put it right in there, and it's a perfect fit. Okay, and now we have the motherboard installed into the case, which is very nice. I put in as many screws as I was able to, which, oh, I missed one right there. Let me do it. Over here, we have the highly coveted Core i7-3770. It was coveted, obviously, in 2013. However, it is still a pretty decent CPU. And now that we're going to close it up. This ZIF socket, I think it's called ZIF socket, and there it is. Here we have our power supply. This is actually a used power supply, and it's made by Cooler Master. It's 500 watts, and we are going to plug it in. It is not modular. Since we have the airflow to be coming from the bottom of the case because it has this mesh, we're going to plug it in like this, and we're going to screw it right in. Okay, so we're going to plug in the motherboard here, and as you can see, it is 20 plus 4 pins for this motherboard. Very nice looking. Okay, now we got the CPU power plugged in right here. As you can see, I run it through the back over there. Is that a great idea? I have no clue. Touching the heatsink? I don't care. Okay, so now we're going to connect the USB 3.0. We could do either one of these, I think. It says USB 3.0. Yeah, we're just going to do this one. Okay, let's hopefully it fits nicely. Okay, please go in. Just go. Just go. Things could just work out, you know that? It doesn't have to be hard. Yeah, there you go. Okay, now we have 2 USB 2.0 headers. And now we have these 2 connected. Actually, one of them was audio, so I'm a little silly. But yeah, one of them was audio. It said on it audio, like I should have figured it out. After literally 45 minutes of work and no help, I was able to, a lot of help I mean, I was able to put in all these power switches. I kind of figured it out. I don't know if you could see my hard work over there. And the fan that it came with right here, we're connecting it to here. Now the question is, should I move this fan over there or over there? And if yes, why? Maybe I should put it in the middle. No? Makes sense to put it in the middle? Should I move it? I don't know. Okay. So that's what I've moved for now. And now we have our Gigabyte graphics card that actually supports HDMI, DVI, and VGA, everything all in one. And I took off this piece over here. It is total garbage. Like I could probably bend this with my hand pretty easily, but it works and it's here and it's cheap. Let's install it into that slot right there. All right, our GPU is in, and it didn't fit into this one in the end. I don't know why. I guess this hole is for other motherboards. Okay, now we're gonna put our Wi-Fi card. It travels. It's an N. Oh, is it a G? It's a G. 54 megabits a second. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, so we lost the screw, and we're looking for it. I put in the Wi-Fi adapter. The screw has been found, and now we're gonna put the cover back on. And over here we have a brand new kit. I'm kidding. It's used, but it's a 16 gigabyte of DDR3. Okay, and we got our dual channel memory. Now, dual channel basically means it runs in 2 channels. And obviously, since its motherboard is Gigabyte, I'm sure it's running a dual channel. Okay, and here is the most dreaded part of the entire project is putting on thermal paste, because everyone has their own way of putting it on. Guess what? I don't care how anyone else puts it on. I just put it on how I want to put it on. Okay, and that's how I put it on, okay? And if you don't like it, guess what? I don't care. You could put on an mSATA drive right here. As you can see, it's mSATA. Now, what is mSATA, you might ask? Here's an mSATA drive. This mSATA drive does not work, but it basically goes in like this, and it was like the first version of like a, NVMe drive, the M.2s. And it was a really good try. Very good attempt, but it just didn't work out. Now, how do I get this out? I don't know, but that's exactly how it went in. So if you have the time and money, you could go online and buy an mSATA. It'll make the look of the computer look a lot better, because you won't have the SATA drives going out over there. But yeah, unless you live in 2023, and then you could just buy an M.2 drive and use an M.2 motherboard. Here is the cooler that I bought. ID cooling. Now, why did I buy this cooler and I didn't buy any other cooler? It was the cheapest one on Amazon. Okay, guys, so we put on this plastic piece that this Cooler Master says you're supposed to put it on. This cooler says you're supposed to put it on this way. And we finally got it in. And then our thermal paste slid a little bit. And then you have to put on these gray things. One of them is right here. Okay? And as you put on the gray things, follow the instruction. And the instruction says you're supposed to put that way. So we're going to do it. We're going to follow. It's exactly like the instruction. Right? Exactly like the instruction. All right. We're going to put that over here like this. All right?
So the CPU is the last.
Okay, since we have an LGA 1151, we had to put in the brackets like this. And after putting the brackets like this, we're able to just put the cooler on top. Now it's nice and tight. And now we're going to put the fan on. Okay, after testing for a little bit and trying to figure out, yes, the heatsink goes on pretty easily. And the fan was impossible to figure out how it went on. Finally, we figured out that you put it on like this, onto the front, like this. And then afterwards, you clip it on. So I'll show you. Okay, and this is how it goes on. It basically like clips into those holes over there and goes onto the front over here. I wouldn't say it's the best design in the world, but it works, I guess. And now we have to plug in the fan headers. Okay, great, and we finally got the cooler on with the fan. However, I'm not sure if it is RGB, because there is this connector here that and I don't have anywhere to put it, so I know that's the RGB connector. So I hope it'll still be RGB. And I did put the fan in right here, the SSD in right here. There are 2 slots for the SSD, one right here and one right here. Obviously, this spot is not going to work because the cables for the PSG are in the way, but this one hopefully will work. It's going to be a little bit difficult to connect that, but I think I'll be able to manage to get it to work. And now let's connect in the power to the SATA drive. Now that they screwed in the SSD on this side, which is really nice, we have the SSD installed. Let's put it in the hard drive over here. Now the trick is how do we screw it in over here, because it's going to be a little tough, but we'll figure it out. I pulled off the cover. All you have to do is just pull really hard and it will come off. Okay, whoever buys this case and wants to mount a hard drive, first of all, mount the hard drive before you put in the PSU, and also you have to take off this case cover in order to screw it in from the other side. So the screws on this side and the screws on this side, it was very hard to screw it in with the case. Now that we have everything installed pretty decently, I'm definitely going to go ahead and organize the stuff in the back and try to get it to look nice. And we also got SATA and power connected over here. Let's twist out the cables. And this is the best I can do. I tried my best. So let's put the cover on and see if it closes nicely. I'm a little bit worried. There's a lot of stuff going up over there. The funny part is that the case actually did come with a bunch of black zip ties, but I never use zip ties because I feel like they're too permanent and these you can take off pretty easily. I feel like I'm going to be changing it a lot, so I put twist ties. I wish I had black twist ties, but if they have green, it's fine. I think it still will look fine. And the good news is I did actually get this on, so here it is. Screwing in the last little parts over here. And here's the back side of the case. And here is the front side of the case. I have to say, I think it looks really nice. Yeah, I'm not a pro. I didn't build it perfectly, and I'm sure I could have done a little better over here. But everything seems to be working well. I hope the hard drive is connected properly. I hope this drive is connected. This was a really tricky one over here. But all in all, I think it was pretty good. I am extremely disappointed that this did not light up, even though the RGB header is not plugged in. I still think it should light up. And here's the glass, goes back on. It has like an arrow here, which I'm assuming is something. I don't even know. And we'll put the screws back in. And here is a full computer case, all set up. I'm very excited to try it out. Here we're going to plug in the power. Okay. And we're going to plug in the VGA. Oh, sorry, HDMI I meant. Plug that in right there. Okay. And we're going to plug in the mouse and keyboard into these USB ports right here. The power supply is on, so let's see how it goes. Okay, and here's the screen. I have installed Windows already on this hard drive, solid state drive I should say, so it should work. And we are getting video, so that means it is booting. Okay, that's nice. Okay, we have the motherboard booting into Windows. Nice. Okay, great, and we are booted in, and it is working, and it is loaded up. And let's check if the Wi-Fi card is working. The Wi-Fi card is working. I'm going to open Task Manager over here and open the Performance tab. And over here, the CPU, the i7-3770, nice. 16 gigabytes of memory, 4 of 4 slots used. And we have our SSD disk showing up. The hard drive is not showing up. Why isn't the hard drive showing up? I don't know. Let's figure out.